Hey guys, it's me Genjo, your Bisaya reader, and welcome back to another video. And I am finally uploading after almost 2 months. The last time I uploaded was actually my reading wrap up, and from that video and this video I've been away from channel or from reading because of a lot of reasons, but the main reason was I've been playing a lot of video games on Switch, and I'm also having a lot of things to consider in the office. Anyway, I've been back in reading recently and I'm really glad about it. And for now, I'm just going to present to you some of the books that I hold, or some of the books I recently added on my shelf, and it's going to be massive. I am not really sure if some of these books I already presented in my previous book haul, or if there are some books I added on my shelf that I haven't presented to you yet. I just did all my best to remember what are the books that I have not presented on a haul. After almost 30 minutes of scavenging the books on my shelf, I have them right now. Let's start both from book sale. The first one is going to be Brandon Sanderson's The Bands of Mourning. This is actually the third and final book of the second era of Mistborn. So technically it's book 6, but third book of the second era for 125 pesos. It's in a really good condition. I have read the first era, or the first 3 books of the series. I haven't read books 4 and book 5 yet. The next book I have here is another adult fantasy. This is The Once and Future King by T.H. White. The story of King Arthur was derived or was inspired from this one. I'm not really sure, but I've heard a lot of good things about this, and look at this cover. It's really beautiful, and I got this for only less than 100 pesos. It is the entire set of Narnia. And this one, I don't know if this is an original covers or original editions, but they are for sure really rare on my opinion. They're not in order, by the way. This is the Prince Caspian book 2, The Voyage of the Dawn Treader book 3, The Silver Chair book 4, The Horse and His Boy book 5, The Last Battle book 7, and The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe book 1, and The Magician's Nephew book 6. And they really look great on the shelf. Look, let's go first with the books I got recently or bought from Amazon. The first book I got from Amazon is going to be John Green's adult fantasy newest book, The Shadow of the Gods. I pre-ordered this one from Amazon last February, and it arrived a couple of weeks ago. It was released on May 4 or May 5, I'm not really sure. And yeah, it was shipped immediately, and it arrived a few days after the release date. I am really enjoying it so far. I am halfway reading this one, and it's my first book from the author John Green. The next book I got from Amazon is also my most anticipated read or anticipated recent release, and this is a science fiction, adult science fiction, A Desolation Called Peace by Arkady Martin. In case you don't know, this is the sequel to the Hugo Award winner book 1, which is A Memory Called Empire. I am a big fan of Memory Called Empire. It actually made it to my best books I've read last year, so I can't really wait to pick this one up. I really have an endless or never-ending TBR, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to pick this before this year ends. Next book I got from Amazon is On Earth We Are Briefly Gorgeous by Ocean Vuong. I have heard a lot of good things about this one, so I'm just going to dive right into this one, knowing little about the story, and let's see what will happen. And it's kind of pretty short, I think. It's kind of thin, but when I opened the book, the main reason why it's kind of thin because of the font size. It's really small. We'll see about this one, but I've heard a lot of great things about this book. Next book I got from Amazon is a book I already read. This one is We Begin at the End by Chris Whittaker. This is a literary fiction / mystery crime. I already read this one, so I'm not going to talk more about this. I'm just going to talk or put my review about this book on my reading wrap up, which will be the next video, I hope, that will be uploaded on this channel. The last book I got from Amazon recently, I wrapped this one. This is The Prettiest Star. I usually do this if I really love the book, so because I don't want them to be It's plastic covered, and then it will be wrapped with this type of plastic so that they will be protected fully against dust and any other contraptions that will harm our book. But anyway, I'm considering this as one of my all-time favorite, a new all-time favorite. This is again a literary fiction. This one, The Empire of Gold by S.A. Chakraborty, third and final book of an adult fantasy, City of Brass. Second book is The Kingdom of Copper. I bought this together. This is actually from Amazon. This is from Book Outlet, and this is brand new. This is a remastered copy. I haven't read this too yet because I can barely remember the things I've read from City of Brass. I've read the first book, City of Brass, back in 2018, so that was 3 years ago. So imagine the details that remained on my brain after 3 years. I can barely remember the names. All I can remember are the scenes and what happened in the ending, some of the plots. I think I need to refresh my mind about what happened in the first book before diving into the Kingdom of Copper and Empire of Gold. But yeah, it's good to have all of the three, a complete trilogy on my shelf. And yeah, can't wait to read this. Hopefully this year, but if not, probably next year or next year, who knows. As long as they're on my shelf, I'm going to be happy. I can pick them anytime I want if I'm in the right mood. The next book I got, again, is another most anticipated young adult fantasy books. The sequel of one of the best books I read last year, Heart of Flames, sequel to The Crown of Feathers. I believe Crown of Feathers was one of my most surprising read last year, and I believe also that it really deserves more hype. And then when you're going to read it, it kind of feels more like an adult over a young adult, and there's really a lot of info dumping, so that's probably makes other readers, especially young adult readers, scared of reading it or not finishing it. I don't know, but if you're planning to pick Crown of Feathers, please do pick it as soon as possible because it's one of the best books I've read recently under the young adult category. And Heart of Flames is the sequel, and the way how Crown of Feathers ended, I can't really wait to pick Heart of Flames. Next book I got, these are all of the additional books on my Wheel of Time collection. I have here the third book of the Wheel of Time, The Dragon Reborn. I have also The Fires of Heaven, book 5. And lastly, book 11, which is The Knife of Dreams. So, all in all, I only lack book 2, The Great Hunt, and book 13, which is, I don't remember, what's the title of book 13? The Crossroads of, no, it's not The Crossroads. Towers of Midnight. And if I will have those two, I will be able to complete the entire series of Wheel of Time in a hardcover edition. And I am not planning to pick those one yet. I only read so far book 1, The Eye of the World, and I read it last month or 2 months ago. And I really love it. I really enjoyed it. I think it just lives up to its hype or to my expectations. So I can't really wait to pick The Great Hunt. But for now, I'm just going to do it slowly because I really have a lot of books to read. I'm just going to look for the hardcover copy of The Great Hunt, the book 2, before I continue to the series. And I already have actually The Great Hunt physical copy, but it's a mass paperback edition, and you know me, I have a pet peeve or bookish pet peeve when it comes to mass paperback, so I can't read that one. Oh, hi. I have here a kitten. His name is Nonim. Hi. Oh, sorry. I'm currently fostering these. I'm fostering 3 kittens right now. They were born 3 weeks ago. And yeah, 2 of them will be adopted soon. Once they're not, they will be able to eat or start eating wet food. I already fostered the mama cat. We named her Pagao. She's out there. The back, as you can see, this is also Kurok. named after one of the characters in the Breath of the Wild game in Nintendo Switch. And the big one, that's the mama cat, it's Pagaw. Hey, hey, hey. Just a moment. And they're currently sick. They had a flu. They're having a flu, by the way, because they got wet from the rain last weekend. So that's actually the main point. We decided to foster them temporarily. The next book, going back to the book haul, the next book I got here is the winner of the Pulitzer Prize in 2006. This is Geraldine Brooks' March. I don't know what this book is all about, but in case you don't know, I'm collecting Pulitzer Prize winning books, and I have plenty of them. And if you haven't watched my Pulitzer Prize collection video, I'll be putting the link on the description below if you want to check them. And this is a great addition to the collection. Okay. The next books I got here are actually books I got from book sale here in Cebu, different branches of Cebu, Robinson Fuente, Robinson Fuente, book sale, Park Mall, and book sale SM Cebu. First one is Downsider. I got this from Park Mall book sale, and I'm a big fan of Neil Shusterman. This is a standalone book from him, and no. You stay here. Sorry about that. This one is a young adult. I don't know much about the story about this one. It's something about a post-apocalyptic or a dystopian young adult story. I'm not really sure what this book is all about, as long as it's from Neil Shusterman. And it's really cheap. I got this less than 50 pesos. And the story about this, I purchased this immediately after seeing the condition, the price, and the author. When I went back home and tried to wrap this in the plastic cover to protect it, that's when I discovered that it's actually a signed edition. How cool is that? For 45 pesos, I have a signed edition paperback copy of Downsiders by Neil Shusterman. I finally have a signed book by Neil Shusterman. And I tried to check if it's digital or not. There's some bumps at the back, so it was actually really signed using a pen. So this one I got also for 35 pesos. It's kind of damaged at the back. There's a lot of stickers, some writings, used books, bad spines, but for 35 pesos, I'm not going to complain. And I heard a lot of great things about this book, so yeah. Next book I got from book sale SM Cebu is An Orphan Train. I almost bought this one hardcover from Book Outlet. A few days after, I found a 35 pesos copy, large print edition. It's actually just a paperback, but it's okay. Over around 400 pesos of a hardcover bargain or remainder copy, and it will arrive after several months here in the Philippines. But this one I already got it for paperback, large print edition for 35 pesos. This is a historical fiction, adult historical fiction. Next book I got, probably one of the most expensive books I bought from book sale. I bought this from book sale Cebu. I got this from 198 pesos. This is Colson Whitehead's John Henry Days. I'm a big fan of Colson Whitehead, especially after reading earlier this year his book The Nickel Boys, the latest winner of the Pulitzer Prize last year for fiction. I've read his Underground Railroad also, which is a winner of the Pulitzer Prize a few years ago. I also have his, I forgot the title, but the silver one. So I totally own 4 books from him, and this one is a good addition to my collection. I'm currently watching The Underground Railroad. It's a TV series adaptation of the book on Amazon Prime. It was just released a few days ago. It's so far really good. The cinematography and the direction of the TV series is outstanding, and the actors were superb. So thank you so much for giving justice to the book. And I hate to say this, but it's actually better than the book. The TV series is actually better than the book. So if you want to check The Underground Railroad by Colson Whitehead's TV series adaptation, you can download the Amazon Prime application on your phone, Android phone from Play Store, or if you have iPhone from App Store, and you can avail the 1 month free trial so that you can watch them. Next one I got is for also 35 pesos, the Bellamy and the Brute. I don't know why I bought this one. I heard it's a fantasy young adult. Even though it has it has an average reviews on Goodreads, I just picked it because of the price and it's on a really great condition. That's all. I got this from book sale SM Cebu. Next book I got is I was actually surprised when I went home and when I arrived home and just unhauled or tried to arrange all of the books I recently got or bought from book sale Cebu. Stardust's This Lullaby. I'm not a big fan of reading books under the romance genre, but I'm still open of reading books under the genre in the future. I might challenge myself to read one, and this will be the book probably. Who knows? I picked this because it's really cheap. It's only around 50 pesos. And it's in a good condition and it has great reviews. I don't know, maybe because of the fandom. But we'll see. I'm kind of scared because it's romance, but if I'm not going to like this one, I'll probably give that away to some of my friends who like romance books. Also, I have this one for 35 pesos, a hardcover copy of Black Cove, White Raven by Elizabeth Wayne. He is the author of what was that? Codename Verity. And she is a writer under the young adult category and historical fiction genre. And I haven't read anything from her yet, but I have a friend like Richard who's a big fan of her and love Codename Verity also. So we'll see about that. I already have my Codename Verity, a paperback copy. I bought that very expensive from National Bookstore back in 2017, I think, and up until now, 4 years after. Haven't read that one yet, so I don't know what will happen. So it's just there collecting dust. Well, we'll see. But this one is really cheap, 35 pesos for a hardcover copy. And there's no remainder marks, no tears, no folds. It's a steal. Next book I got, again from Book Sale Cebu, is also for 35 pesos. This is a finalist or longlisted for the Man Booker Prize in 2018. It's a mystery, thriller, or crime genre adult category by Belinda Bauer. It's called Snap. And after reading the synopsis, I was actually hooked. I am going to add this again on my TBR. It will be on very top of my TBR also because I was really intrigued the synopsis. And it's really cheap. There's some tanning on the pages, but for 35 pesos, I'm not going to complain. Next one, this is kind of expensive also. I got this again from National Book Sale Cebu. Salvage the Bones by Jasmine Ward. I have her, what was that again? Sing and Buried Sing. I got that one from Big Bad Wolf a few years ago here when Big Bad Wolf visited Cebu. This one is her book that was published before Sing and Buried Sing and it won National Book Award. When I read the synopsis, there's a dog in the story. And I'm a sucker for animals like cats and dogs, so it's a must read. Even though it's kind of expensive, it's 125, but it is in a great condition. There's no tanning, no tears, there's a slight fold, no writings. It's still a good steal, I think, with this quality of the book for 125. Next book I have here is same kind of different as me. This is going to be a memoir. I don't really read memoir. If you're going to check my shelves, I actually just own probably 2 or 3 memoirs, and this will be the 4th one or 3rd one, I don't know, by Ron Hall and Denver Moore with Lynn Vincent. And I got this also for 35 pesos, and it's on a great condition. I've been eyeing this book for months now in book sale, and it was really expensive. It was around 248 pesos or 200 plus pesos. And then when I saw this one for 35 pesos, they repriced it. I knew that I need to pick this as soon as possible. and it's in a great condition. No remainder copy, no folds, no tears, no writings. The last book on this video, there is a slight damage in the cover, and it's also for 35 pesos. This is going to be The House of Riverton by Kate Morton. This is the second book I own from her. The first one is going to be The Secret Keeper or The Secret Garden. The Secret Keeper. I have it up there. This one is her debut novel and one of the best books she have written. That's what I've heard, and I've read from the reviews, so we'll see about that. I want to try reading from her again. I am a big fan of historical fiction also. So yeah, that's it guys. Thank you so much for watching my video. I am really glad I'm back, and please pray for my foster cats and kittens that they will get well soon. Yeah, thank you so much for watching my video, and please do share and subscribe. Leave some comments below if you have read any of these books, and if you want to recommend what books do I have to read first from this video. And see you again on my next upload. That will be my reading wrap up. Stay safe, take care. This is me again, Joel, user reader. Bye.